It's an all QMJHL Team Canada edition of the CHL Top 10 show presented by Kia. My name's Scott Van Coonen, and this week we chat with Montreal Canadiens prospect Joshua Waugh and the different feelings surrounding Sherbrooke this year, how he has to keep evolving as a player, and the opportunity for another gold with Team Canada. Then, Anaheim Ducks prospect Nathan Gaucher tells us what it's like to be playing for the best team in the CHL right now, how their sights are firmly set on a Q championship and Memorial Cup berth, and sending 4 Quebec Remparts to Team Canada's World Junior Selection Camp. Here's Joshua Waugh. Joining me now is Montreal Canadiens prospect. He's currently 4th in Q scoring with 42 points in 25 games. Joshua Waugh. Josh, how you doing today?
Good, you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. You guys are coming off a week where you went 1-1-1, still 8th in the Kia CHL top 10 rankings. You guys are one of 4 teams that have been ranked all year long with the Remparts, the Seattle Thunderbirds, and the Winnipeg Ice. Does this season have a bit of a different feel for you guys this year?
Yeah, well, we have a very good team this year. We're pretty old, so that helped a lot. We have a lot of veterans, so we can show the new guys. Well, we have, I think, three new guys this year, so it's not a lot, but we can show them the good way, and they follow us. And we have a talented team, and with Stéphane Julien, we got to work hard. So I think it's our key to the success.
How much higher are expectations this year after last season's loss in the conference final to Charlottetown?
Well, last year, I will say that we were not really supposed at the beginning of the year. We were not supposed to be like to have the season we had. So the expectations are way higher this year. We want to win the cup. That's our objective. Like we talk about it, and we're gonna work all season long for it at the end of the year. But yeah, we have a lot of higher expectation than last year.
No sneaking up on teams this year.
No.
So you finished the Q as the leader in scoring last year. You were sitting 4th, like I said earlier, this year. There were some question marks at the start of the year how you guys were going to replace the offense of Xavier Perron and Julien Thiel. That's nearly 100 goals and almost 200 points between them that you guys had to replace. But stepping up is Justin Gill, and Ethan Gauthier, obviously a year older, so he's making some big strides there. Are you surprised at how well Justin has played? He's already passed his goal totals from last year.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised, probably like everyone, but not really surprised at the same time. I knew he's gonna have a good season this year because he worked very hard this summer, and he came to the camp and was in shape. So we could see that he was going to have a good season. And Ethan, last year, it's always hard to play in the league at 16 years old. He had a pretty good season, but this year is very good. I think his tournament with Hockey Canada this summer helped him a lot, like getting confidence, and he came to the camp too, and he was very, very, very good. So I'm not surprised that we have success this year.
Well, you guys are, top 3 in the Quebec League in goals for, but you're also top 3 in goals against, which obviously speaks to team defense, but maybe more importantly, how well your goaltenders have been playing. Maybe tell me a little bit about Robillard and St-Hilaire.
Yeah, we have two good goalers. Robillard is 20 years old, and he's making the save. And St-Hilaire, I think it's a bit of surprise. He's new in the league, and he had a good season last year in the midget AAA. But we weren't sure like how he was gonna be this year. And honestly, he's very good. He's saving a lot of pucks, so that helped a lot. And we have a pretty good defensive too, so it helped them a lot too.
When you've got the goalies that are playing as well as they are, how much more confidence does that give you guys to maybe do a little bit more offensively?
Yeah, it helps. Like we can try play, and like most of the time we try to not do turnover, but if we do some, they're there for us. They're there for were saving us, and they're doing their job.
You guys have only lost once in regulation at home. Why is the Palais des Sports such a tough place for teams to come and play?
Well, I think the fan every game we have a good crowd, so give us momentum and help us to play good. So yeah, I will say the fan.
For you as a player, how nice is it to go out and hear the raucous crowds and just feed off of their momentum?
Well, it's nice. It's nice. It's always nice to have the crowd with you. When we go play in Halifax, Quebec, there are good crowds, so it's always harder to play there. So we have the chance to have a very good crowd here in Sherbrooke. So as a player, like when you're doing good and the crowd is in the game, it's the momentum. It's crazy how important it is.
Well, you mentioned Quebec. They're the top ranked team in the nation in the KCHL top 10 rankings right now. Halifax is an honorable mention. Um, what is it about Quebec? You guys have played them twice this year. They beat you once. You guys have beat them once. What makes them such a difficult team to play against?
Well, they have a lot of good player, talented player. They have everything. Like they have a line who can shut down. They have their first line is putting some points, and their defense is very good. So they're a hard team to play against. But I think we only gotta work hard against those guys, and that's the way we're gonna have success against them.
Last year, you told me that the biggest change for you was conditioning from the off season. Maybe what's the biggest change for you this year? How do you keep evolving as a player?
Well, I think I got to be more involved in the game. And after the camp in Montreal, that's what they told me. I got to be more involved and bring more pace to my game. And I'm working on that a lot. It's not going to change like that, but the more I think about it, the more it will help in my game, and everything going to be easier.
Last year, maybe just like your team, you might have been able to sneak up on some players and some teams with your play. Now that you're seen as such an offensive threat, does it force you to become better and to become more creative to be able to generate those offensive opportunities?
Well, yeah, a little bit. I have this little pressure of doing great in offense. I'm an offensive guy, and that's what I do the best. So every night I try to do it the best as I can, and so far it's going pretty good.
And you mentioned getting involved in the play. What types of things do you have to do to get involved in the play, like specific
Well,
things?
I think it's just instead of trying to read the play, like trying to read the play, like waiting for pucks. Instead of doing that, just going to take the puck myself. That's a big point I gotta improve on. I still gotta improve on my skating ability and my defensive play.
Again, last year when we spoke, Marty St. Louis had just been hired by Montreal, so you hadn't had him in development camp. This year, you got to go to camp again and pro camp. What was it like? Your second camp must have been a little bit more comfortable. What was it like with Marty St. Louis there as well?
Well, it was nice. He have a different approach of the things. He's a little bit different of Dominique Duchamp that was there last year, but it's pretty much the same a little bit. But yeah, when I got there, like he's talking to you, like he know you, and like he want to get to know you. So that's nice as a player. Like the head coach want to talk to you and want to get to know you. So it's pretty nice.
Do you see some similarities in the game that he played in your game, being a smaller guy, maybe a little bit underrated coming into the league?
I will say not really. I'm not a player like him. He was short, fast, and working hard. More like a skilled guys making play. But yeah.
Now, as a Montreal Canadiens fan and prospect, Must have been exciting times over the summer, seeing the trades that they made, the moves that they made, and the direction that they're going in.
Yeah, it's very nice. And the draft, even the draft, Slavkovsky, Mizarbek, those are all good players. So it's nice to see that as a, prospect of the Abs. Yeah, it's nice.
And we talked a little bit about this before we started recording, but World Junior Camp is on the horizon. You head out at the end of the week. How much are you looking forward to going to junior camp again after the success in the summer, but bringing along a couple of familiar faces with you this time, in Tyson Hines and Coach Julien?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a great experience. I did it this summer, like you say, and after a tournament, after we won, I was like, okay, I really want to do the World Junior again with the crowd every game, and like the real World Junior. Like it was the real World Junior, but it was a little bit different in the summer. So I really want to live the experience of the real World Junior. And as you say, Tyson Hines, he's one of my best friends. So I hope he's gonna make the team, and we're gonna have some fun. And Steph Julien as coach gonna help us. So that's everything is perfect so far.
Yeah, the juniors in the summer don't have the same feel as the juniors over the Christmas break. Everybody, grows up watching it, so it'll be nice to see it at that time of year again. I know they've said recently that it's almost sold out, so to see the big crowds back will be great as well. Maybe what kind of advice can you give Tyson heading into the camp on kind of what to expect, or what kinds of things that he should do?
Well, I think he's just gotta play his game. They choose him watching in this year, so you just gotta do what he's doing the best. And uh, I'm not surprised if he will make the team. He's a very good defenseman. He's probably one of the best in the league. So yeah, I think he's gonna do great over there.
And for yourself, what do you have to do to ensure that you end up with a top six role, and in one of those offensive roles with it's obvious that Canada's a deep team with a lot of offensive talent. So what do you have to do to make sure you're playing top 6 minutes?
Well, I think I gotta play wall 200 feet. That's what I did last year. I was more like a shutdown line. It surprised me a little bit at the beginning. It was the first time of my life I was doing that, and it went pretty well with McTavish and four. So just be ready if they ask me for a role like that or an offensive role. So um, even if they put me on an offensive role or defensive role, I'm gonna be ready for it.
I ask guys this all the time because it's I think it's interesting. But how difficult is it, or how easy is it for you guys to come together, especially with the number of Quebec League players that are going to be at camp that you play against and you battle against night in and night out, but then to have to come together in such a short period of time to become teammates in one unit?
Well, it's pretty easy because well, all the guys that are there at the camp, I already all know them. I played with them with Team Quebec, and so they're all my friend already. So it's gonna be pretty easy to play with them. And there's a couple of guys that gonna come back from last year. So most of the team I'm already gonna know them. So for sure it's gonna help at the beginning.
You look to Quebec, the Rampart, they have four guys coming to camp. You guys have two players from your team, like we already said. Obviously Halifax, Bathurst, there's guys coming from all over the Quebec League this year. Is it nice to see all those, the other Q players coming along with you to camp?
Yeah, it's nice. As like I said, they're all my friends, so I'm happy for them, and I hope they're gonna. I hope the most of Quebec guys gonna make the team. It's always nice for Quebec guys to have other Quebec guys in the team. So, like if you want to speak French, you can speak to them, and yeah, it's easier.
You got a chance to you got a chance to play in a playoff game last year with Laval. What was that like for you getting spending that time with the team and then getting into the lineup for one game?
Well, it was amazing. I was a little bit surprised at the beginning. I didn't know I was gonna play a game, but I think it was Borg. Got a concussion, so the coach talked to me and he said like, you're gonna play tonight. So I was like, okay, like it's real. And the crowd in Laval is amazing. It was a Wednesday night, the game, and it was almost sold out. So it was just great to play with those guys, and they're all pro players. So as a player, I was able to look at them and see what they are doing before the game, during the game, and how it works. And for sure, it helped me to be a better leader in the team this year.
When you say be a better leader, and you're wearing an A this year, so what type of leader are you? How do you help the younger guys on the team?
Well, I think I'm a more silence guy, silence leader. I'm not the guy who's gonna do speech in the room, but I think I'm a leader as what I do on the ice and outside the ice.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
And you signed your entry level deal. How nice was it to get that done so you can just go out and play hockey and not have that hanging over your head anymore?
Yeah, it was nice. A big pressure out of my shoulder. As a player, you want to sign, and I'm happy that the Montreal Canadiens make me confidence as signing me. So it's pretty nice to have signed with the Habs.
And for your family, Montreal fans as well beforehand, but must be even more exciting for them knowing you've got that done as well.
Yeah, they were very proud of me. Even when I got drafted there, that was a very good moment for me and my family and my friend. I'm from Quebec, so most of my family and friends are Habs fans, so they were all happy for me. So it was a very good moment.
Well, you might be heading to World Junior Camp and not playing another game until the new year with the Phœnix. The rest of the team is going to be playing games, are going to be playing games. What do they have to do without you in the lineup, without Tyson in the lineup for however long, and without Coach Julien to keep performing at the level that you guys have been?
Well, I think they just gotta make them confidence. Like they're a good player, even if me or Tyson Hines will maybe not be there. They gotta work hard. That's our key of the success we had all year long. Even last year, that's the main reason we had success. So they just gotta work hard, and they have enough talent that I'm not surprised if they get good result.
Josh, thanks for joining me today. Good luck in the Maritimes. Enjoy the World Junior experience once again.
Yep, thank you.
Fresh off a 3-0 week is Nathan Gaucher, Anaheim Ducks prospect from the Quebec Remparts. Nathan, how you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Nathan, like I said, you guys are you've started another win streak. You already had a 14-game win streak earlier this year. You're on a 5-game win streak now. The Quebec Remparts are the top-ranked team in the Kia CHL top 10 rankings. You guys are leading the Q in goals for. You're leading in goals against. How much fun is it to be in Quebec right now?
It's very fun. I mean, we started something last year a little bit. The guys coming back, and now we're just keep on going. We've learned a lot of things from last year, and now we're just trying to do our best, come to the rink every day, work hard, and the results are there for us.
Well, what kinds of things did you learn from last year? Because obviously it was disappointing the way the season ended for you, and there were high expectations. But what did you learn?
Yeah, exactly. Just to be able to manage those high expectations, like you just said. I know it didn't go the way we wanted in playoffs, but this year we were first last year in our league, and it's just being able to manage those kind of expectations every day, coming to the rink and wanted to win and not taking those wins for granted. So this has been a huge part for us, and we can't wait for playoffs to start already.
I was speaking with Joshua Waugh from Sherbrooke earlier, and he was saying how the Phœnix last year were able to kind of sneak up on teams because they weren't expected to be as good as they were.
Yeah.
You guys were expected to be good. You're expected to be even better this year. So in what ways do you think you guys as a team on the ice have improved?
I think by communicating on the ice, I think we like players are starting to get more comfortable. It's my fourth year. Some of the players are third, fourth year, fifth year. So it's just starting to be more comfortable here. Knowing who you're going to play with, getting more used to the coaching staff and stuff. So everything hasn't changed from last year. A lot of players are returning, like I said. So those are all the factors that helps us find ways to be better every day. And I think that's one of our main why we're doing good right now.
You know, Bolduc and Rochette are top 5 in points. Malatestis top 2 in goals scored. You're a half a point more per game better than you were last year. How nice is it? How much of a luxury is it for you guys to have that scoring depth? You know, like you don't have to be on every night. There, any one of your lines, top to bottom, could produce for you guys.
That's it's huge, and we know that we're playing with it too. Let's say we have 2 great lines here in the full lineup, so it's nice to one night one line can produce more than the other one, and when both are working, it's very nice. So we have confidence in everyone here deep down the lineup, and everyone is producing this year, putting their hand to work, and we're just happy, but we got to keep going. Like I said, it's just an everyday thing for us.
And that's the big thing, right? Is trying not to become complacent. You guys are having a lot of success. How do you make sure that you don't become complacent and you just keep improving day in and day out?
We got a goal at the end of the year, and this is what like motivates us to work every day. We know teams like this after Christmas will improve. We will improve. Things will change, but we got to keep going what we do. And I know we know that the games are going to be tighter in playoffs. So let's, for example, starting the year we were winning games like more like high score, and now we're just trying to win those tight games, those 1-0 games, 2-1 games that you want to win in playoffs. So we have addressed it in the locker room, and just by communicating, we got better.
Well, you've only lost back-to-back games once, and that was just a couple of weeks ago to Victoriaville and Sherbrooke, who are also in the Kia CHL top 10 rankings. So good teams there. But you haven't lost at home yet. So why is Centre Videotron such a tough place for people to come and play against?
I think we like being here in our facility. We all know it's an NHL facility here. We're just comfortable at home. Last year it was the opposite. We were very good on the road, and at home we had more difficulties. But we really wanted to focus here this year with the fans and everything. Fan base we have like averaging like 9,000 a game. It's just it's so nice here. It's crazy. We want to give to those fans, and so now on it has paid off. But we got to keep going.
What's it like being able to play in front of crowds like that when you know not everybody across the CHL has those crowds, but you guys can feed off of the energy that you get from them?
It's the sixth player. It's huge. Even if the building is so big, we get some luck and fill it up sometimes. So Quebec is a hockey town, and we feel it. We feel them that they're with us, and we want to win for those people too.
Well, this summer, you were drafted by the Anaheim Ducks in the first round. What was that experience like for you?
It was great. I was in Montreal with all my family. I couldn't ask for a better place. It went perfect. Great organization as the Ducks drafted me. Great potential over there. I had a great camp, NHL camp. So I'm very happy. Looking forward for the future. I'm still concentrating right now on with the Quebec Remparts, but I couldn't ask for a better summer.
Well, you get to that camp, and there are a lot of familiar faces there. From either from the Q or even McTavish from Summer World Juniors with you. Did it make it that much easier and more enjoyable having some familiar faces there when you got there?
Yeah, we got some Quebec guys out there, Quebec faces. So it's nice to get along with those guys. It's easier to mix in with everybody. So this makes it easier, but there's some great vets out there, great people, great management, great support staff. So it's been incredible, and mixing in wasn't too hard.
What was their message to you coming back to from camp this year? What do they want to see you improve on and continue to work on?
Yeah, just having more confidence out there, improving my puck skills, just being a complete player ready to play at the pro level next year. So those are all details they're focused on this year with me. Get some videos, get some text once in a while. So this is huge, and focusing on wins here with Quebec Remparts. So if I can help myself improve, I can help my team, which is huge.
I know the focus is on the Rampart right now, but when you take a step back and you look at the Ducks roster and you look at the list of prospects that they have, it must be exciting times to be a member of that franchise.
It is, and I think everyone's doing well right now. I know at camp we had some great success. The practices were nice. We know there's a lot of future there. I keep on looking at the other players right now. I think they're all doing well. So it's been nice. We've got some great message from the management, and we just keep improving. We don't want to look too far ahead, one step at a time, but we're not. We see in the future for sure.
And Anaheim, not a bad city to have to go and play professional hockey in.
Yeah, no, that's nice. I'll bring shorts over there.
Well, coming up at the end of the week, you're going to be heading out for World Junior Camp.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had the experience in the summer. What can you take from your summer experience winning gold there and bring to camp this year?
Again, maybe being more like confident in what I do. Of course, it's your first World Junior. You're very nervous. I didn't know what to expect over there, the role I was gonna have. I'm gonna work hard to crack that lineup again, and I expect to just be more confident. Maybe helping the ones that it's their first camp here in Quebec. We have three other guys going, so helping those guys out, being more comfortable on the ice. It's a big tournament. It's going to be way different in the winter in Halifax, in Canada. So I just can't wait to go there.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you've got Evan Noss, Zachary Bolduc, and William Rousseau going with you as well from the Rampart. How excited are they? How excited are you guys as a group to be going together? Because it's you guys and the Seattle Thunderbirds leading the way in the CHL for the amount of players invited to go to camp. So that must be, a little feather in the cap to speak to how good you guys have been playing this year.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to get those invites. We were wondering who was gonna get. We got a lot of players that could have been there. So it's great that we're four. Like I said, I can help them get better in the mix over there, and they all earn their spot. I mean, they're having incredible seasons. Our goalie is keeping us, giving us wins night after night. And as for Evan Noss, he's been putting up points. He's been doing our best defenseman, and Zachary Bolduc is a very good shooter and skater. So those are great players, and I'm very happy for them to get that chance to crack the lineup.
I think most people would be familiar with Bolduc and Noss, but maybe not so much your goalie William Rousseau. For the people who aren't familiar with him, because he's really stepped up this year for you guys. Obviously the offense is there, but like I said, you guys are leading in goals against as well. So maybe tell people a little bit about Rousseau, what type of goalie he is, and how he's been for you.
It's the first year he's a starter for us, so he stepped up in a huge way. He helps us win this game. Last year in playoffs, he was actually our goalie number one, and he did everything he could. He was very good. So we were assured that we were gonna have a great goalie this year. So but he's up to the standards, up to the expectations, and he's been doing very good lately.
Obviously, as a returning member of the team, are you going to be going to coach and being like, hey, I know what he can do. You put in a good word for him.
Yeah, of course. I'll try to help him as much as I can. Maybe in practice, tell him where I shoot. No, but I honestly, I have no doubt that these guys can crack the lineup, and I think they will.
And for you, last year in the summer, you played more of that bottom six role and that shutdown physical. How important is it for you to embrace whatever role that Hockey Canada gives you?
I think it's a part of why I'm being chosen to go over there. I can play wherever in the lineup, and I think that's huge. I will accept whatever role I'm getting. I will try and get up in the lineup as the tournament goes on. So I think that's what they want to have, players that are competitive, hardworking, and playing the Canadian way. So I think that's what I bring, and whatever is going to be my role, I'll accept it and do it as best as I can.
And like you said earlier, anytime you get to go to the World Juniors is special. The summer one just felt a little bit off because it was in the summer. Crowds weren't as big. How much are you just looking forward to that Christmas time real World Junior experience?
Yeah, I mean, like for some players, it might be like, oh, it's his second one. It might not be as excited as he was for the first one, but it's so much exciting. It's Christmas time. There's snow. It's just a factor that's different. I know the crowd's gonna be awesome. I'm even more excited for this one than I was for the first one. And it's gonna be nice.
A lot closer to home this time? Are you going to be able to have some friends and family? I know family would have been there in the summer, but maybe some more support this time around.
Yeah, a little bit more. It's not too far away from home. It's like a 6-hour, 7-hour drive. So I think a lot of people would come, and I would like for them to get that opportunity.
And then maybe what kind of advice can you give to your teammates heading into the camp and then maybe into the tournament if they're successful in making the team as well?
I think just doing the right thing. We talked about a lot of playing the Canadian way, but it means everything. Just keeping it simple. It's going to be nerve-wracking, of course, just playing 2 games like that. We have 3 day of camp. You come in, you're nervous, but just keeping it simple. You guys are chosen for a reason, so just keep doing what you guys are doing and play the Canadian way.
And then your brother, he's graduated from the QMJHL now. He's playing for Reading in the ECHL. How often do you guys talk now? I see he's off to a pretty good start to his professional career.
Yeah, we talk every day pretty much. He needs some support. I need some support. We watch each other's games. He graduated last year, but it doesn't mean that we're not talking every day. So my family goes sometimes to see him. I know he's coming to Three Rivers to play soon. So of course he has some support there, and he's been great so far. Doing that step to pro level might be hard on some players, but he's proved that he's capable of that.
Who's more excited that you don't have to face each other? Are you happier that you don't have to face him, or is he happier that he doesn't have to face his little brother anymore?
No, it was fun. We had some fun when we were facing each other.
And earlier this year, you had to switch jerseys from 91 to 55 after 2 periods. So maybe tell us what happened there, because I want to know, when was the last time that, other than maybe playing for Team Canada, that you scored wearing a jersey other than 91?
It was just a play down low. My jersey ripped off, like the whole back ripped off. So then I want to keep playing, so just switch my jersey, and the 55 was a bit tight, but I got it done.
Il n'y a plus de gardien. Et là, c'est dangereux. Et voilà, ça va se confirmer dans un filet désert, le tir et le but. Alors, on n'a pas tardé de temps du côté de Québec. On venait de retirer le gardien, et c'est Nathan Gaucher.
And when was the last time that you scored wearing a different number other than 91, other than in an international, because we know that they don't go up that high?
It's been 4 years I've been wearing the 91. Of course, midget, I had 21, which was different. So I think it was then midget, yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, end of the week, you and your 3 teammates are heading out to Moncton for Team Canada camp. You guys could be away for up to 10 Rempart games. So what does the team have to do while you guys are gone to stay on the hot run that you guys have been on?
I think just keeping the culture up to the standards. I mean, we've talked about it this morning. Like, even if we're gone, we need everyone to step up, fill in the roles. We just work hard, have confidence. We still have our top line, which is going to be good, and I have no doubt that the other guys are going to step up, and even if we're away for 10 games, they'll keep it up. So of course we'll be watching them, giving in some words, but I have confidence in my team.
Awesome. Nathan, thank you very much for taking the time out today. Good luck at World Juniors. We're going to be watching and cheering you guys on.
Thank you.